So you have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Cups. So these three cards right here are about how a lot of you Leos may be thinking a little bit too much about how to protect yourselves. And you also have the Nine of Swords. Like I said, thinking a little bit too much on how to protect yourself, right? Trying to make sure that you don't end up getting played by other people. Look, the best thing for you Leos to do, honestly, to not get played is to stop worrying about getting played. Like it is that I've been saying over here over the course of months, right? To date in on itself, to get to know another person, by definition, is risk. The idea that no matter what I show you is 100% risk proof is hogwash. Anybody who tries to make it seem like, what it is that they are about to show you is 100% foolproof is hogwash. Because at the end of the day, you still have to put yourself out there. You still have to take a chance. You still have to see what happens. And if you're thinking that ultimately that there's a 100% chance way of making sure you get the outcome that you're looking for, and everything always goes your way, that's lying to you. Okay, that's the TV version of entertainment. That's lying to you. That's not real. So the thing is that the Nine of Swords represents, so you got to put away all this worrying, because a lot of you Leos are like, well, what if this happens and what if that happens? How I was able myself, right? How was I able to not care about whether or not I got rejected? It's through trial and error. I had to really put myself out there and end up getting my heart broken 1,000,001 times before I came to the realization from my own experience that what I'm trying to do, I really came into it when I was 15. But even more experience, I was still kind of pressed at how it is that other people perceived me in that regard, right? Am I good enough to actually be in a relationship with somebody? But I realized that that's not all what it is that I'm about, because I started, like I said, I had a purpose, and that the purpose for my existence that I set for myself essentially took precedent that as more and more important as time went by. So it got to a point where, like I said, in 2019, I'm still, trying to figure out why is it that people act a certain kind of way. Like it is that I said, I ended up downloading the information, so to speak. Like I ended up, it ended up finally reaching home for me, in a sense that as great as I am, the objective was never to actually be with me. So the greater you are is the more because majority of people are dysfunctional. The greater you are is the more dysfunctional people are going to be around you sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes you can be in a space where you'll find like-minded people that you can date and hang out with and kick it with, that you call friends, right? But then for the most part, you'll have a lot of dysfunctional individuals though around you for most of the times though, right? For the most part. And very rarely sometimes do you have conscious people around you, right? So the thing is that for you Leos, you have to understand that, again, the High Priestess, not to trip out on these things, because what got me to the point in particular is when I realized, like I said, that you're going to have dysfunctional people. Like how it is that a lot of the trolls, a lot of the guys come here on my channel and then they hit me up in the DMs and they try to act like, they on some hotep stuff, and then they're dysfunctional and they're the ones that's giving me all the lip for the most part. They do that type of goofy stuff. So it's like, for me, am I going to be upset, or am I going to clown them for it because they're being dysfunctional and they're emoting funny style? Fickle, selfish, they watch my channel, but then they don't actually want to support with their dollars. They be trying to get people's attention 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, that types of goofy stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So am I going to get upset at that? No, I'm not going to get upset. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see it for what it is. I'm going to change. I'm going to grow. I'm going to evolve. And the thing about it is, that's the thing that you Leos got to do as well. You Leos have to learn to change and grow and evolve your own selves, because what's happening here is the Four of Pentacles. You have to take care of yourself, right? A lot of you Leos, unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't take care of yourselves sometimes. You know, a lot of y'all, you know, can sometimes be so worried about having friends and maintaining friendships that a lot of people will take that and use that to their advantage. And then the next thing you know, they'll use you, and then you'll feel worthless because of it. That could go for friendships, that can go for family ties, that can go for romance. So a lot of you Leos have to remember to take care of yourselves and stop, Leo can get caught up in that problem badly, where it's like, a lot of y'all could get caught up with the idea of trying to maintain these friends, and a lot of these so-called friends don't really have your back like that. So y'all are kind of like air signs in that regard. But the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Wands is about how, but even more so when it comes to relationships, because, you have to be very wise about how you Leos decide to hang out with, trying to choose my words wisely, hang out with particular people, because you can get yourself jammed up where those people will try to use you for money. The little one is not yours, have you trying to take care of it, or the flip side, person can end up, on the flip side, if you're the one that can have the little one, you can find out that the person may have something, I got to watch my words here, but grimy stuff like that. What I mean when I say grimy? In New York, we say grimy, meaning that a person is filthy, that they're dirty, they're not trustworthy, is what I'm trying to say. It's the whole situation is not trustworthy, is what I'm trying to say when I say grimy. So, teaching y'all some New York slang, but the person is grimy, and you find out how grimy they are. And the thing is that the King of Wands is about how, so you have to, right now, you Leos are really at a time where you have to watch out for, you have to most definitely keep your eyes open, because what I'm seeing here, right, with the Five of Wands and the Four of Cups and everything like that, is ultimately, look at it, is ultimately, you Leos have a, there's a lot of slime balls. There's a lot of people who you may have access to, you may have the ability, or I should say the privilege, to talk to, right? Not privilege, but the right, but, they talk back. But at the same time, you Leos are going to have to watch out to make sure that these individuals are even people that you would want to keep around you long term anyway, because you got some people around you that are grimy. And if not, and you just by yourself, right, then you want to make sure that you don't go after grimy people. So let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. One more time. You want to make sure that you don't go after grimy people. Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands, Six of Wands. Okay. So, once again, you have to learn to take care of yourself. And if people are giving you a hard time to get with them, giving you the wild goose chase, right? I said ghost chase, wild goose chase, that too, ghost chase. They're calling Ghostbusters on you. You know what I mean? What do I mean when I say Ghostbusters? They're ghosting on you. They're giving you a hard time. They're not around. They're showing you, you know what I'm saying? They're showing you all types of problems in which you should have, you should have just, decided that you should have just stopped talking to them. Yeah, it's time for you to bounce up on out of that. And then you have the Seven of Wands, right? So now the Seven of Wands ultimately is about, because they're giving you the Heisman pose. They're trying to shut you out in the first place because they're on their high horse. So they're trying to act like they're so much better than you, but they're gonna feel the repercussions of that later. But right now, it's this ideology of they trying to act pompous. They trying to be on their high horse. And really, that's what a lot of people are trying to do right now. This is part of why dating and relationships is terrible. This is why even friendships are terrible. It's because you got a bunch of financially poor and poor-minded people trying to act like they kings and queens and all this other type of stuff, princes and all these goofy nicknames that they supply themselves, kings and queens. It's like, how are you a king and queen, but you don't have anybody that's willing to fight for you? How are you a king and a queen, but you don't have finances? How are you a king and a queen, but you're not educated enough? What are we talking about? And the Six of Wands represents, so just leave them behind when they want to start acting stupid like this. That's your cue, Leo, to leave them behind. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10K subscribers. We have 9842. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.